Hello students, welcome to my channel Simply Biology. Today we are going to start with the chapter Tissue of class 9th and we are going to do plant tissue. Let's begin. Well, do you know what are tissues? देखिए जो लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं दे कैन बी यूनिसेलुलर. अगर एक ही सेल से बने हैं तो उनमें कोई टिश्यू नहीं होगा. Tissues का मतलब है they are the group of cells that are similar in structure and origin and they also perform same function. मतलब बहुत सारे cells के group जिनका काम एक ही है और origin यानी एक ही जगह से originate हुए हैं और structure भी same है. Study of tissue is called histology. If you see a human body, the cells they organize together to form tissues. Tissues organized together to form organs. Organs organized together to form organ system, and many organ system forms the human body. Not only human body, different organisms also. What is the utility of tissues then? Well, multicellular organisms they have millions of cells and they perform different functions and they all functions are well coordinated. मसल सेल्स कॉन्ट्रैक्शन और रिलैक्सेशन में मदद करते हैं. नर्व सेल्स नर्व इम्पल्स ट्रांसमिशन में मदद करते हैं. ब्लड कनेक्टिव टिश्यू यानी कि कनेक्ट करता है बोन पूरे बॉडी को. प्लांट्स में भी वैस्कुलर टिश्यूज होते हैं लाइक जाइलम एंड फ्लोएम ताकि खाना पानी कंडक्ट हो सके. इसीलिए टिश्यूज बहुत जरूरी हैं लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स में. दे शो डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर. There are variety of plant tissues and animal tissues. Plant tissues can be meristematic, can be permanent. Animal tissues are connective tissue, epithelial tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. So are plants and animals made up of same tissues? Students, what do you think? No, because animals are mobile. They require energy, so most of their tissues are living. Plants, since they are stationary, they cannot move, so they do not require much energy. Hence, more living tissues are not required. Animals can move from one place to another in search of food, shelter, so they need more energy, so their tissues are living. Plants, most of the tissues they provide structural or mechanical strength. That's why their tissues are dead and they require less maintenance. Cell growth is uniformly distributed in case of animal tissue. Plant tissues, growth is limited to certain regions. Structural organization of organ system, you can see a lot of complexity here. But in plant tissue, the structural organization is comparatively less complex. So let's move to the next part. So we can start with the plant tissue. Plant tissues are of two types on the basis of how they are doing cell division. Meristematic and permanent. Meristematic tissues, they are capable to divide. Permanent tissues, they are mature cells, they have taken up a particular role. Meristematic tissues are of three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, lateral meristem. Permanent tissues can be simple permanent if they are made up of only single types of cells. Complex permanent, here the tissues are made up of more than one types of cells. Simple permanent tissues are of three types again: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. In our chapter, we are going to study two types of parenchyma: chlorenchyma, which can perform photosynthesis, AERENCHYMA, that can hold air. They are having air spaces for buoyancy. so that the plants can float. Complex permanent tissues are xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem are made up of different types of cells, which we are going to study later. Let's start with the meristems. What are meristems? Meristems, they are the cells which are capable to divide. So they have a power to divide. They can increase length, girth, and they can grow certain areas. So they are characterized by what are the features? They are active, they have a dense cytoplasm, thin cellulose wall, they have prominent nuclei, and they lack vacuoles. They lack vacuoles as they provide rigidity to the cell and they prevent quick cell division. And they don't have to store anything much. So they don't have to store anything, right? They have to divide. So that's why they lack vacuoles. Meristematic tissues are of three types. Apical meristem, which are located on the tip of shoot and tip of root. Their function, they increases the height, length of the plant. So they help in primary growth of the plant. Second is intercalary meristem. They are found at the base of the leaves, which is internode also. So they increase the length, especially the region of internode area. Third is the lateral meristem, which is especially found in the woody plants or trees. They are located on the cork cambium or vesicocambium. So here you can see the lateral meristem in the diagram, some lateral lines, and they help in increasing the diameter of the stem. And they promote lateral meristem, they help in secondary growth. So let's see the diagram. So here comes apical meristem, shoot and root, intercalary, the base of the leaf, lateral meristem, increasing the diameter. Here comes the permanent tissue. Permanent tissues have lost their ability to divide. They have taken up a permanent role, shape and size. The process of taking up of a permanent role, shape and size is called as differentiation. That means they have taken up a role. They have lost this ability to divide. अब ये जो plants के cells हैं ये permanent एक रोल कर रहे हैं और अभी डिवाइड नहीं होंगे, ये मैच्योर हो चुके हैं. पहले ये मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू ही थे मगर अब ये डिवाइड नहीं हो सकते. So let's see what are their types. They are of three types: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Parenchyma are living cells. They help in mainly the filling part, spaces, packaging, storage. So they're found abundant in the plant. They are having thin cell wall made up of cellulose. They have large intercellular spaces between them. They are loosely packed. Cells are loosely packed here. Cells have nucleus, dense cytoplasm, and a large vacuole. If you see the diagram, I have shown transverse section also and longitudinal section also. So here they have showing large intercellular spaces, a prominent nucleus, thin cell wall, and they are living cells. Well, their function, they provide support also, they can store food also. So if they are storing some nutrient, water, something in the stem or root, they are called as storage parenchyma. And if they are having chloroplast, that means they can perform photosynthesis, they are called as chlorenchyma. Then in aquatic plants, you know how the aquatic plants float? We can see that. But how do they float? They can float with the help of AERENCHYMA. Lotus stem is a very simple example. If you see a lotus stem, you can see minute holes. They are having air spaces. So AERENCHYMA helps in buoyancy. They provide buoyancy to the plant so that they can float. Location, they are found in the non-woody part of the soft part of the root, stem, leaves, flowers and fruit. Let's come to CHLORENCHYMA. CHLORENCHYMA are also living cells. Their cells are living, elongated and irregularly thickened at the corners. So I always tell students, see for CHLORENCHYMA and they are corners thickening. They have a very less or no intercellular spaces between them. Their cells, they have a nucleus, then cytoplasm and they have vacuoles also. Their function, they provide flexibility to the plants. You know how this when you pull any stem of neem plant, any stem, they can easily allow bending. So why they're bending without breaking? It's because of CHLORENCHYMA. So the thickening at the corners is providing flexibility. Location, they are found in the leaf stalk below the epidermis, and here we can see the thickening also. Then comes the sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma are called dead cells. They are also dead sclerids. They are formed sclerids also. They are dead cells. They are dead tissue. They are in the form of long, narrow walled. They show a thick deposition of lignin. Lignin cements the neighboring cells and hardens them. So they are having lignified walls and they also have pits. Pits मतलब छोटे छोटे गड्ढे हैं so that interlink हो जाए आराम से cell. They are tightly packed, that means no intercellular spaces between them. Cells do not have a nucleus and cytoplasm because it's a dead cell. They provide rigidity and mechanical strength to the plant. So ये कहाँ पाए जाते हैं? Husk of coconut, pulp of guava, seed coat are the examples of sclerenchyma. Now here are some pictures of AERENCHYMA. You can see the air spaces. They provide buoyancy to the aquatic plants. CHLORENCHYMA, here you can see the chloroplast containing chlorophyll pigment which can help in photosynthesis. So CHLORENCHYMA and AERENCHYMA, this difference between is very important. It often comes in exam. Don't get confused in CHLORENCHYMA and CHLORENCHYMA. CHLORENCHYMA is a type of parenchyma which is having chloroplast. AERENCHYMA is a type of parenchyma which is having air spaces. Then comes the epidermis. Well, when you observe any plant, the outermost cells, they are called epidermis. Epidermis protects the plant from excess hot, cold, infection of bacteria, viruses, and the cells, they are single layered, they are flattened with no intercellular spaces between them. In the plants which are living in the dry habitat, the epidermis is quite thick so that they can prevent the water loss also. They have a thick waxy coating and its layer that provides waxy coating is called cutin. So it's a waterproof substance. Now if you see, and it is the epidermis secretes cuticle. It's a waxy water resistant layer made up of cutin. So cuticle prevents the loss of water, mechanical injury and invasion by the parasitic fungi also. Epidermis cells of the roots, they are having the long roots here, you all know that, so that they can increase the surface area for the absorption of water and minerals. But along with the epidermis, you see minute pores also in the various aerial part of the plants. These pores are called as stomata. Stomata are the minute pores which are found on the surfaces of the plant, especially on the leaves. They are surrounded by the two guard cells. The shape of the guard cells can be kidney, can be dumbbell, it varies. The function of the stomata, it primarily helps in exchange of gases. ये carbon dioxide और CO2 को exchange करने में मदद करता है. It also helps in loss of water. That means प्राण जो पानी है उसको loss कराता है. और इसी के कारण बेटा हमारा जो water है और minerals हैं वो tall plants में conduct भी होते हैं through transpirational pull. आज के चैप्टर के लिए हम इतना ही याद करते हैं। प्लीज़ आप सबको मैं एक डायग्राम्स की भी प्रैक्टिस कराने वाली हूँ कमिंग सेशन में। टिल देन, थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स। Please do like, share and subscribe.